Can you imagine a place where thousands of women and young girls are trapped in a dark cycle of exploitation? A city where prostitution is not just a reality but a massive industry? Welcome to the dark secret of Bangladesh, where pain and despair have become a part of everyday life. Join me as we uncover the shocking truths about this city, where life is crushed under the shadow of profit and power. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all the eye-opening stories we bring to you here on Chanel Eagle Discovery. Bangladesh, Geography and Demographics. Bangladesh, nestled in Southeast Asia, is a land rich in culture and history. With its strategic location and rapidly booming economy, this country spans about 147,570 square kilometers. Despite its size, Bangladesh is home to over 160 million people, making it one of the most densely populated places on Earth. It's bordered by India to the west and north, Myanmar to the east, and it has a coastline along the Arabian Sea, right on the Bay of Bengal. This country is largely shaped by the mighty Ganges Delta, which flows down from the Himalayas. Known as one of the richest alluvial lands globally, this delta has blessed Bangladesh with a robust agricultural foundation and an abundance of natural resources. Religious influence and contradictions. One of the fascinating things about Bangladesh is its religious makeup. About 90% of the population is Muslim, and Islamic law is strictly observed here. But here's a shocking twist. Prostitution is legal. Yes, you heard that right. Despite the strong religious influence, there are around 100,000 women involved in this industry. Astonishingly, only about 10% of them are in it voluntarily. The rest are often forced into it due to poverty. Before we dive into the most eye-opening part of this story, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you even more incredible content. The reality of prostitution in Bangladesh. Kapara stands as the largest and oldest brothel in Bangladesh, housing around 1,200 sex workers, but the true number might be even higher, considering the many underage girls hidden away by their mothers or brothel owners because they haven't fully matured. In a desperate bid to appear more developed, many of these girls turn to Orexin, a livestock weight gain drug, to enhance their bodies.
And social neglect,
despite severe health warnings about the risks, including death from prolonged
thousands
use,
of women and
they
girls
continue
made
to
its
rely on it
permanent
for
residence
survival.
And escape,
The existence of places like Kapara sheds light on disturbing issues surrounding human rights and health.
Islamic values,
These girls frequently face abuse,
and
violence, and the threat of sexually transmitted diseases. On top of that,
poverty,
their living
limited
and
access
working
to
conditions
education,
are often
and tough,
deplorable,
with jobs being
little to no
scarce,
protection
and
or
based outdated
societal
beliefs
support.
about the role and worth
Non-governmental
of
organizations
leaving
and
them
human
vulnerable
rights
to
groups are
exploitation
tirelessly
any
working
village.
to change this.
It's home to the
They're
largest
offering
brothel their bodies,
education, medical
running
services,
as one of the
and even
20,000 men
vocational
daily.
training to help these
Estimates
women
suggest
find a way
the rest
out.
of the population
But
is made
dismantling
up of
such a
pimps
deep-rooted
drugged in
and
the walls
complex
of the
system
brothel.
is no
It's like
small
a whole
feat.
world up in
It
Dalatia.
requires cooperation
Trucks
from the
transporting goods
government,
queue for days,
social
waiting for
organizations,
the
and the
ferry that will
community
carry
to
them over the
devise
river.
effective and lasting
Sold into
solutions.
sex work for tiny
Championing
sums,
women's
often
rights and ensuring their
I was
safety and
sold into
health
it at about
is not
8
just
years old.
important,
for customers.
it's urgent.
As day turns to night,
The situation at brothels like
These
Kapara
children
and the
are
lives
forced
of
into
these
child
sex
labor
workers
and abuse in
is
their
more
daily
than just a
lives.
legal and ethical
grim
dilemma.
Often
It's a
with no
powerful
other
call for
options
social
or places
justice
to
and
from her
human
family
rights.
completely. and
Hopefully,
weighed down by
with
shame,
ongoing efforts,
Lisala, she finds,
these women
is in the
and
bond
girls
she
will
shares
one
with
day have
other
the
young-
chance to live
in
free,
the gritty world
happy,
of sex
and
work
dignified
human
lives,
most basic health
just as
needs
they deserve.
completely ignored.
Child marriage in Bangladesh. Bangladesh holds the unfortunate title of having one of the highest rates of child brides in the world. According to UNICEF, this country ranks among the top 10 globally for child marriage, with 29% of girls married off before they turn 15, and a staggering 65% before they reach 18. As a result, these young girls are often forced to drop out of school and are more likely to experience domestic violence. On top of that, early pregnancies pose serious health risks for these girls. The root of this troubling issue can be traced back to outdated traditions and widespread poverty in Bangladesh. Culturally, there's a belief that women aren't as capable of earning as much as men, which creates a financial burden on families. To alleviate this, the bride's family is expected to pay a dowry to the groom's family. a practice quite different from most other parts of Southeast Asia and South Asia. The younger the bride, the smaller the dowry, which sadly encourages child marriage. If a bride's family can't afford the dowry, the girl often faces severe abuse from her in-laws. Ethnic diversity and the Marma tribe's polyandry custom. Despite being home to over 160 million people, Bangladesh is a melting pot of ethnic diversity. While Bengalis make up 98% of the population, the remaining 2% includes immigrants and indigenous groups from nearby regions. Among these indigenous groups is a small tribe known as the Marma, who primarily reside in the Chittagong Hill Tracts. The Marma tribe is known for its unusual and long-standing practice of polyandry. According to their custom, if a widowed woman wishes to remarry, she must choose a man from the same tribe as her late husband. This man must be a bachelor, typically a young one. What makes this tradition even more peculiar is that the woman must offer one of her daughters as a second wife to her new husband, as compensation. The Marma people believe that having a daughter share a husband with her mother benefits the family. The younger woman helps produce more children, while the mother retains control over the household. The daughter also helps protect the family's assets and eventually takes over when the mother passes away. However, many Marma women today feel this custom is deeply unfair to young girls, stripping them of the freedom to choose their own happiness. Additionally, it often fractures the sacred bond between mother and daughter. While some in the tribe strive to preserve this tradition, there is a growing movement advocating for personal freedom, the right to choose, and the right to love without being shackled by ancient customs. The courageous stories of Marma women fighting for change have drawn international attention. Many non-governmental organizations and human rights groups have stepped in, helping young girls break free from this outdated tradition. They're organizing workshops, education programs, and media campaigns to raise awareness about women's rights and push for the abolition of unjust practices in the modern world. These efforts are slowly but surely bringing hope to the younger Marma generation, who now look forward to a future where their freedom and happiness are respected. So, what's your take on this custom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The history of Bangladesh. Bangladesh may be just over 50 years old as a nation, but its history stretches back much further. It all started with the ancient Maurya and Gupta empires in India, and later, during the 19th century, it became part of the British Empire, known then as colonial Bengal. Fast forward to 1947, when India gained independence and Bengal was split in two. One part went to India, while the other became East Pakistan. But in 1971, after a fierce war of independence, Bangladesh emerged as a sovereign nation, with India recognizing its independence. Dhaka, the capital, is not only the largest city but also the heartbeat of the country, renowned for its thriving textile industry. Today, Bangladesh is the second largest garment exporter in the world, with this industry making up 80% of its export earnings and contributing over 10% to its GDP. This booming sector attracts major fashion brands like H&M, Zara, Primark, Gap, and Adidas. The official language here is Bengali, though many people also speak English. If you're a foreigner looking to do business in Bangladesh, knowing Bengali will give you an edge, though English is also commonly used in some business dealings. Pollution and noise in Dhaka. Bangladesh is a country rich in culture and history, but it's also known for something less glamorous: its noise and severe pollution, particularly in the capital, Dhaka. Dhaka is one of the most densely populated cities in the world, and its air quality often ranks among the worst globally. The culprits? Vehicle emissions, uncontrolled factories, and rampant construction projects, all of which take a toll on the health and well-being of the city's residents. Noise is another major issue in Dhaka. The city is constantly buzzing with the sound of crowded traffic, blaring horns, and non-stop construction. With congested roads, frequent traffic jams, and limited public transport options, many people rely on personal vehicles, which only adds to the pollution and noise. Exploring Bangladesh, cuisine and attractions. While noise and pollution might be a challenge, Bangladesh has so much more to offer. Let's dive into the incredible aspects of this vibrant country in the video below. Bangladeshi cuisine is a true reflection of the country's rich cultural tapestry, offering a delicious fusion of Indian, Middle Eastern, and Southeast Asian flavors. The food here has a distinct identity, with rice, fish, vegetables, and an array of spices forming the backbone of most dishes. Rice is a staple, and hilsa fish, the national fish, holds a special place in Bangladeshi hearts. Fresh vegetables like carrots, potatoes, eggplant, and beans are a must, and they're brought to life with spices such as turmeric, chili, cumin, cinnamon, and cloves. Some of the standout dishes include biryani, buna khichuri, fuchka, and rosogola. Biryani, a mouthwatering mix of rice, meat, and spices, is traditionally cooked in a clay pot, giving it a unique flavor. Buna khichuri combines rice and lentils with meat and spices, often served during festivals. Fuchka is a popular street food, a crispy fried shell stuffed with mashed potatoes and green peas. For dessert, you can't miss rosogola, a sweet treat made from fresh cheese soaked in sugar syrup. Street food is a big part of the Bangladeshi food scene, with delights like chotpoti, samosa, and jalapi that are perfect for a quick, tasty bite. In Bangladesh, family meals are a feast, with an array of dishes laid out for everyone to enjoy. During festivals, special dishes like biryani, halim, and pesh take center stage. And when it comes to eating, Bangladeshis prefer to use their hands. It's believed to enhance the taste and connection with the food. Bangladeshi cuisine is more than just food. It's a source of pride and a major draw for tourists, with each dish telling its own story and reflecting the country's rich cultural heritage. But it's not just the food that makes Bangladesh a must-visit destination. The country is brimming with cultural and natural attractions. In Dhaka, the capital, you'll find historical gems like Lal Bagh Fort and the Pink Palace, Ahsan Manzil, along with a bustling street food scene. Cox's Bazar boasts the world's longest beach, with its stunning white sands and crystal-clear waters. The Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest on Earth and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is home to the elusive Bengal tiger. The Chittagong Hill Tracts offer breathtaking scenery and a chance to explore the unique cultures of the area's diverse tribes. In Rangamati, the heart of the hill tracts, you'll find the serene Kaptai Lake and indigenous villages that provide a glimpse into traditional life. Sylhet, with its lush tea gardens and stunning waterfalls, is the perfect spot for nature lovers, and its temples add a touch of spirituality to the visit. Khulna, the gateway to the Sundarbans, has its own attractions, including the historic Khan Jahan Ali Mosque and the Beggar Hat Museum. Sri Mangal, known as the tea capital of Bangladesh, enchants visitors with its rolling tea estates and the Lawachara Forest Reserve. The historic city of Bagharhat, with its iconic 60-dome mosque, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases the country's architectural brilliance. And then there's Kwaikata Beach, where you can experience the rare sight of both sunrise and sunset over the sea, offering an unforgettable experience for all who visit. With its diverse landscapes and rich culture, Bangladesh promises travelers an experience like no other. And let's not forget the people. The warmth, hospitality, and enthusiasm of the Bangladeshi people are sure to leave a lasting impression. With over 160 million residents, Bangladesh is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. The blend of tradition and modernity is evident in their culture and lifestyle, with family at the heart of society. Multi-generational households are common, fostering close-knit relationships. The strong sense of community is clear during festivals, weddings, and religious events, where everyone comes together to share in the joy and lend a helping hand. Healthcare in Bangladesh. When it comes to healthcare, Bangladesh has a bustling system with a total of 1,683 hospitals. This includes 678 government-funded hospitals and 1,005 privately owned ones. Many of the private hospitals are actually medical teaching institutions, strategically located in central areas of various districts, and they offer specialized care in numerous medical fields. In addition to these hospitals, there are specialized health centers scattered throughout the country, focusing on combating infectious diseases like tuberculosis and leprosy. However, as a developing country, Bangladesh faces significant challenges in its healthcare system. According to the World Health Organization, only about 3% of the country's GDP is spent on healthcare, and there are just 4 hospital beds available for every 10,000 people. One of the major hurdles in Bangladesh's healthcare system is accessibility. While basic care is provided free of charge at government hospitals, patients often have to pay out of pocket for medications and tests. The best hospitals and medical facilities are usually concentrated in the capital, Dhaka, with top institutions including Apollo Hospital, Square Hospital, and United Hospital. For foreigners living in Bangladesh, it's advisable to have comprehensive international health insurance to cover potential evacuation costs or treatment at private hospitals in Dhaka. Safety and crime in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has a complex and often turbulent history of political violence. If you're planning to visit, it's essential to stay updated through reliable news sources and be aware of the country's current stability. While most areas in Bangladesh are relatively safe with a low crime rate, crime does happen, particularly theft in crowded cities. Armed robbery, pickpocketing, and bag snatching are not uncommon, so it's wise for foreigners to avoid carrying large sums of cash and to steer clear of wearing flashy jewelry. Phone snatching is also quite prevalent, so it's best not to display expensive mobile phones in busy streets. Thieves often operate in groups, using motorcycles to make quick getaways. Additionally, there have been reports of some police officers abusing their authority, so it's crucial to stay vigilant. Cost of living in Bangladesh. Living in Bangladesh, especially in major cities like Dhaka, can be surprisingly affordable, despite the country's high poverty rate. The cost of renting an apartment varies widely depending on the location and amenities. In safer, more convenient areas, which are often preferred by foreigners, rent can range from around 15,000 taka, equivalent to about $170, to as much as 50,000 taka, or around $570 per month. When it comes to daily necessities, you'll find that food and other essentials are quite reasonably priced, though this can fluctuate depending on your tastes and the quality you prefer. For instance, grabbing a simple meal at a local restaurant might cost you just 150 taka, or about $1.70. If you're navigating the city, public buses offer an extremely economical option at only 10 to 20 taka per trip, which is roughly 11 cents to 23 cents. On the other hand, opting for taxis or private cars will be pricier, with the final cost depending on how far you travel. Overall, other living expenses are also quite manageable, especially when compared to many other countries, though your total cost will vary depending on where you live and your lifestyle choices. Working and taxation in Bangladesh. If you're planning to work in Bangladesh as a foreigner, it's important to understand the tax implications. You'll need to pay income tax on all your earnings, which includes both your income from work within Bangladesh and any foreign income sourced from Bangladesh. The exact tax rate you'll face depends on whether you're considered a resident during the tax year. For residents of Bangladesh, taxes apply to global income, whereas non-residents are only taxed on income originating from within the country. Your residency status hinges on how long you stay in Bangladesh during the tax year. Stay for 182 days or more, and you'll be considered a resident. If you stay for 90 days or more and have lived in Bangladesh for over 365 days across the last 4 years, you might also be classified as a resident. Visa requirements for Bangladesh. If you're looking to work in Bangladesh in the near future, you'll likely need to start with a tourist visa, which generally allows a stay of up to 30 days, depending on your home country. To ensure you get the right visa for your situation, it's wise to consult with the nearest consulate before making any travel plans. To apply for a visa, you'll need several documents: a valid passport, confirmation of your hotel booking, an invitation letter from a local company, and a letter from your employer if you're traveling for business. Some countries may have agreements that allow their citizens to enter Bangladesh without a visa for business purposes, but this depends on the regulations in place. For a smoother application process, it's recommended that you prepare thoroughly and contact the Bangladesh consulate or check the official website of the Bangladesh Ministry of Foreign Affairs for specific information on the visa types and requirements that apply to you. With the right preparation and adherence to the guidelines, obtaining a visa to work in Bangladesh should be straightforward. Thank you for joining Eagle Discovery on our journey to explore life in Bangladesh. If you enjoyed this journey, please be sure to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to stay up to date on all our upcoming adventures. I look forward to taking you on our next journey. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!